Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise you can look me up in my ministry and the charities that I support at garethcahoon3@gmail.com on PayPal. Or else you could look me up on YouTube and follow me there and subscribe and like, and you'll maybe see some videos that get banned elsewhere. And if you scroll down to the very bottom of the YouTube page, you'll get to the created playlist where you can see the videos that I watch when I'm not posting myself. This one here is about John Fetterman. If Democrats become anti-Israel, I'd leave the party, says Senator John Fetterman's warning as John Fetterman's warning rocks Washington. The rumours have been swirling for weeks. Could John Fetterman, the Democratic senator for Pennsylvania, actually leave the party over Israel? It may sound far-fetched, but it's no longer a hypothetical question. Fetterman himself has only acknowledged there is one issue that could cause him to walk away from his party, and it's Israel. If our party ever becomes and just makes it official the anti-Israel party, that's when I would leave, because that's been a moral clarity for me, Fetterman recently said. The statement prompted Senator Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to weigh in and make a public appeal to Fetterman to stay. People in our caucus very much like him and respect him, Schumer said. We're a big tent party. We can have a lot of different views in the party. Actually, the accumulated evidence suggests something quite the contrary. As Israel has become one of the most divisive issues inside democratic politics, Fetterman has increasingly found himself isolated from many in his own party, while simultaneously earning praise from Republicans and Israeli leaders alike. Nothing illustrated that divide more clearly than his meeting on Thursday with Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. On display was a show of mutual admiration between Israel's leader and perhaps the Senate's strongest democratic supporter of the Jewish state. Netanyahu opened the meeting with unusually personal praise. Senator Fetterman, I want to thank you for your unwavering support for the Jewish state of Israel, Netanyahu said. You've simply been an extraordinary friend in times when it's not always easy to stand with Israel. You've done it with clarity and courage. The people of Israel know who our friends are, and we deeply appreciate your steadfast support. Those aren't the kinds of comments Israeli prime ministers routinely offer American Democrats these days. As a matter of fact, it rarely happens at all. Fetterman's response left little doubt why Netanyahu views him so favourably. Mr. Minister, it was a supreme honour during my time in the Senate to proudly stand with and for Israel, Fetterman replied. I was the only Democrat in my caucus that would interact and stand with the Prime Minister when he gave the joint address. I'm proud to stand with Israel through everything. Then came even stronger words and a direct rebuke of his party. I'm proud to remain the conscience of the Democratic Party in Congress. Not just the Senate, but over in Congress, Fetterman said. As Democrats continue to abandon Israel, I'll continue to speak out and stand with Israel. Our commitment to Israel has to remain ironclad. The message has become increasingly uncommon within democratic politics. The growing progressive wing has become sharply critical of Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu's government, pushed to condition military aid and accused Israel of committing atrocities during its war against Hamas. Several recent Democratic primaries have turned Israel into a defining issue, with candidates increasingly staking out positions that would have been politically unimaginable only a few years ago. Fetterman has refused to follow that trend. Since Hamas' October 7th terrorist attacks, he has consistently defended Israel's military campaign, repeatedly called for Hamas to be defeated, and frequently criticised members of his own party, whom he believes have abandoned America's closest ally in the Middle East. He also reaffirmed his belief that Hamas must never again have the capability to threaten Israel. Fetterman doubled down on his reputation as one of Israel's most outspoken defenders this week during a fiery exchange with a reporter from the anti-Israel outlet Dropsite News. Asked about Israeli military operations targeting Hamas leaders, the Pennsylvania Democrat didn't mince his words. "I'm okay and I love killing Hamas leadership," Fetterman responded before accusing the outlet of siding with America's adversaries. "I don't know why your network is so pro-Hamas and pro-Iran," he said, adding that Israel should continue eliminating the terrorist group's leadership. The blunt remarks immediately spread across social media, drawing both praise from Israel supporters and criticism from pro-Palestinian activists. But for Fetterman, it was entirely consistent with his position he has maintained since the October 7th terrorist attacks. He has repeatedly argued that Hamas has insisted that lasting peace is impossible unless the terrorist organisation is dismantled. The episode further underscores how dramatically Fetterman has separated himself from many Democrats on the Israeli issue, reinforcing his image as perhaps the party's most unapologetic supporter of the Jewish state. For Republicans, Fetterman's unwavering support has been refreshing. Some have even openly floated the idea of him switching parties, but Fetterman, so far at least, has repeatedly rejected this notion. He has made clear that he remains firmly aligned with the Democrats on organised labour, healthcare, abortion rights, and a host of domestic issues, but Israel remains the one issue where he says principle outweighs party. This is amazing for a man who just a few years ago was really a bum in the House of Representatives. How times have changed, and John Fetterman has grew a brain and has decided that he puts politics over party, and that's what every just person should do. If the party doesn't believe what you believe, is it easier to get out? Or is the harder thing to do is to stay and try to change that party from within? I respect John Fetterman's stance on Israel, and may God bless him in his endeavour. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.